about 3/4 of a mile down Chalk Tag. There's a maroon truck, appears to be abandoned, partially in the roadway. Route to Chalk Tag Road, size off of 11W, it's going to be about 3/4 of a mile down Chalk Tag. There's a maroon truck, appears to be
36, go ahead.
36, I know you're out at the ER. I just received a call advising there's two kids, approximately a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, standing on the side of the road. It's going to be right around the East Tennessee Iron and Metal, waving at cars as they go by. No adults are around. They're close to a blue house.
10-4, I'll get them when I clear here.
10-4, he's going on a patrol check of 2 children on 66 South, standing by the roadway with no adults.
He clears that pretty good. Give that to him well. So, traffic over here a little bit. 347.
47.
Today 1 and 2 in Rutherford.
Route for 110, 110 Ben Hill Road off of Beach Creek. Should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in, advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now.
Summer Wells was reported missing on June 15th, 2021. She was 5 years old at the time. On February the 4th, she would be 8 years old this year. Summer still has not been found. Her day, the way the parents told it, started off with the trip to the hospital with the grandmother.
Telling where we went and how we did it was all twisted up now.
What's different that you want to clear up?
Well, because when we left from the emergency room, we went straight to the smoke shop, and that's when I got the cigarettes and stuff like that there. And then we stopped at the hippie house, and I got those cheap vapes because they're cheap there. And then we went and put my mom's prescription in, and then we went to Warriors. And then we come back to Walgreens, got mom's prescription, went to Sonic, then to Prices, then to his house.
Okay.
And that's exactly
that's the order. Okay. So he had it different from what you remember.
Right.
Okay. Walk me through what you remember.
I remember her showing up that morning.
And what time was that?
About 10, between 10 and 10:30.
All right.
She asked if Hunter could go fishing with her in summer because her mother was in the emergency room because of her knee.
Okay.
Because I guess a couple weeks back, I took her a trip to Gatlinburg and the boys were kicking the grandmother in the knee.
Oh my.
She didn't have the boys with them that day.
She didn't have any of the boys.
So it was just Summer and Candace. And Grandma.
Yep.
Was Grandma in the truck as well? Or in the vehicle?
Not when they first picked Hunter up, no.
Okay. So she comes over.
Was at the hospital.
Okay, so she comes over. What vehicle is she driving?
She was driving her mom's Silverado.
Okay, that's what I remember you saying. That's why I said truck. Okay, so she pulls up, and does she stop where? Right out front.
Between the pool and my mailbox.
Okay.
To pick Hunter up.
All right.
She came in, she goes, "Can Hunter go fishing with me for a little while?" I said, "Sure."
Did she text you before?
Nope, she just
showed up.
Yep.
How did that strike you?
She was always trying to show up and talk to me. She was the first. When me and her stopped talking, she was stopping by my mom's, talking to the kids, talking to my mom, unexpectedly, you know. I didn't hear from them for a while. She dropped Hunter off between 2 and 2:30, right where your truck is.
Okay.
But her front end was facing the telephone pole.
So she's going this direction.
Yes.
Okay.
When she dropped Hunter off, it was her mom, Hunter, and Summer. And Summer was leaning against 2 gallons of milk.
Okay.
I said, "Oh, look at her." I asked her how Summer was, and she was sleeping.
What side of the back seat was she at? Do you remember?
Hunter was on the driver's side, and Summer was right there right there in the middle.
Okay, so it made sense if she's pulling this way that Hunter's going to get out on this side. Okay, it makes sense. Okay. And so she's on the other side or in the middle?
She's in the middle.
Okay. When you pulled up, did she just fall asleep next to that?
She fell asleep, I'd say maybe 5 minutes on the road.
Okay. Got it. And then, so walk me through, you get home, you take the groceries inside. Is Don home, by the way?
No, he's not.
Okay.
Actually, I parked the truck, and I opened both doors. It's really hard because this lawnmower of his. But I opened the doors up, and I shook her. I said, "Wake up, we're at home." She jumped right up.
Okay.
Like nothing. I unbuckled her, and I said, "Come on." I said, "Mom, I'll be right back." So went in there, and got the boys, and they were sitting at the table. And I said, "Come on, let's get the groceries out." And we brought them all in the house, went through them all, did all that.
And this is her, that's her swing.
That's her swing right there.
Come show me her swing. Why is this, and who's this?
That is Smoking Boots. That's my boy's cat.
And how many dogs do you have here on the property? About?
Honestly, I don't know because people just keep dropping them off.
Hi. I know. Okay. Sorry. So this is her swing.
That's her swing.
This is her playground.
Yep.
And she loved this area. Boy, I'm looking at this, and this terrain, Candace, just strikes me as being so dense and just. Is that they say the dog trail? Where's this dog trail thing? That
I'm not sure, honestly.
There's so many of them.
The dogs go in every different.
Yeah,
way.
I saw the dogs came out of the woods as we were pulling up.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do that all the time.
Okay.
No, in the kitchen where we were just at.
Okay.
She was actually sitting on the floor playing with the toys at that time. I said, "Summer, you want to help plant flowers?" And she jumped up, left her toys a mess. Of course, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what kids do. It's their job.
What?
Okay.
We walked over here and we transplanted these cactuses from the little pots that they were in. And transplanted these ones here into this bigger pot and that one into that bigger pot. And then she took the rocks that we've gotten from different gem mines when we went up to Gatlinburg and stuff.
Okay.
And she's the one that spreaded all the rocks around in here. And then she put her puppies in here because she wanted Chase in there,
Okay.
That was cool.
Where are those puppies now?
What do you mean?
Oh, the little puppies, her ruins.
Yeah, these little.
Oh, yeah, those little guys. Oh, that's Paw Patrol.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the police one.
Yep, that's Chase. He's always on the case.
Okay. Okay.
We
I see another one over here.
She put him in there. Yep, you're on the cactus.
Okay. Don't take those out, okay?
No, I leave them right there.
I know.
And then we went in my mom's where we can't get in there.
Yeah, that's fine. Went in there.
We went in there and got some candy and stuff she gets from grandma.
Okay.
And I said, well, I'm going to go back over to the house. She wanted to go back, so I said I'd go back,
Okay.
And I brought her, I literally walked over to here. Like literally walked right to here where I could see the boys and on the kitchen table.
Got them.
And I watched her walk in there. And afterwards, when she was already in there, I walked over and I said, "Quiet." And he looked at me and I said, "Watch Sissy, I'll be right back." And that's when I walked back over to my mom's.
Okay.
And I was fixing her brace and stuff like that. And I said, "Well, Mom, I got to go back over with the kids." And that's when I come back up into the house.
Okay.
With the boys.
Okay.
Okay.
You walked into the house.
Well, I walked into here. Get up. I walked in here and them three were sitting right here in row with their eyes glued to the TV, like always. And I said, "Boys, where's your sister at?" Well, she just went downstairs, Mom, to play. So I went over here like this, because this is where the stairs are.
Okay.
It's actually down under there.
Oh, down into her bedroom.
Our bedroom, and then hers is on the other side.
Oh, okay, in the basement.
Yeah, in the basement.
Well, this makes sense now. See?
And then I yelled. I said, "Summer, Summer," and she didn't. I listened for a minute. I didn't hear nothing. So I went like this. Because this is how I always get down here.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to come down here or not.
Do I got to be tiny to get in there?
No, you should.
Can we come in from the other side?
Well, we can, but it make more sense if you went this way.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Why are you with that? Well, I knew as soon as I pulled up, as soon as I pulled up, and I didn't get a call back from Candace saying, "Oh, we found her," and I come all the way out from Jonesboro, and I probably made it in 30 minutes at least, if not faster. But I beat all the police there, and I went straight to the bottom property. I seen everybody looking. I knew she was gone because she don't go away from the house ever.
Yeah.
And so
go ahead.
Yeah, well, I just knew. I knew right then, that very second, that she was gone.
Okay, what inside of you brought that so quickly, brother? Where did you come from on that?
Well, I knew they was looking around the hill and everything up top there, and I drove straight to the bottom there where that little funky shed is there, and I went down the hill by the creek in that little 4-wheel drive Subaru. I went straight down there to the creek, and I seen the boys down there, and they know not to travel alone. They was together, and I seen my neighbor walking around, and I knew my heart just sank right there. I just knew it that somebody took her.
Just this kind of shrill, almost animalistic scream.
Animalistic, but not an animal.
Knew it was, wrong. It wasn't a dog. It wasn't an animal.
That vigilance kicking into overdrive. Jody Sue and her son went out to look for the source of the scream.
My son and I decided to go out, look and see what we could see. We went back onto the bank. Didn't see anything. Didn't hear anything.
They went on with their evening. The kids returned to being kids. Jody Sue headed down her driveway around 6 to tend to flowers.
And at this point, I start hearing Candace hollering for Summer. And then my brain immediately went, scream earlier, this, uh-oh.
Jody Sue was the first to hear those calls and the first to join the search for Summer.
I dropped my purse. I tried to yell up at Candace. I was like, I'm looking, and I started looking.
Jody Sue searched one side of a creek, Summer's brothers the opposite side.
And you gave statements to the police, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Jody Sue had been interviewed many times by investigators, bringing up the scream often. But the sheriff doesn't believe the scream is related to the disappearance of Summer Wells.
She's been interviewed numerous times by not only my agency, but the TBI and FBI, and we don't find anything with that complaint or information related to this case.
Fucking nightmare to us, and, so I can only imagine them, but, this isn't right, and for one of our own to be gone from a creek, and on that road especially tells you something about what the hell's happening in there and what's changing. Definitely had some of the stuff that's not been going on there been going on, like all the fucking properties for sale and all the state shit and all the fucking work crews in there from all over the goddamn country been in there. This would have never happened. Somebody took the opportunity with all the traffic coming in and out. That would be my guess now. I'm not saying that's a fact, I'm just saying my guess would be that somebody has taken the opportunity if that's what's happened. And that those things, had they not been happening, she might be where she's supposed to be right now.
Yes, Candace was talking to Don when she got to me. Yes, she was talking to him. Apparently all the way down that driveway. Because I really thought when she pulled up to me that there was a whole ass person in the car. I was like, where the hell's the person? I just heard her talking to my other dude, having a conversation with extremely heatedly. And there was nobody. And I couldn't figure the hell out. And then, as I'm talking to Candace, I'm like, kind of panicked and freaked out, whatever, and Don pops up on the speakerphone. And the one other thing he said, he's like, so you're telling me somebody took my baby girl? And he's the first one to introduce that idea. That is true.
Oh, you won't believe this. While we're searching for Summer, we go down to the other property. Well, actually, that fucking weirdo was on our property that bought that piece in the yard that's across the bank, and then was arguing against his own survey that he bought across the bank, or over front him with that survey. He was sitting on our property, cut through our lines and stuff, whatever. And he parked himself right in the middle of the first 2 no trespassing signs. And already been told, you know, we were, the cops were moving that night. So we were so worried about this guy and how he came off that we went looking that night all the way to Bayless and every holler in Beach Creek, making sure he wasn't parked there. And look, this guy hit me so weird. I was like,
Then I got into the cabin after he screamed at me, whatever it was. I sat up. Just make sure.
Okay.
Well, I don't want her to do anything that is uncomfortable for her. Just make sure.
Okay. Alright, what was it? What was he doing?
That day.
Do not say his name or not anything like that.
That day he was, whatever, doing his usual roundabout, screaming at people. But that day, I went down to the cabin. I sat outside the cabin while he was, you know, on his escapade about, whatever it was. Then I got into the cabin after he screamed at me about being near the cabin. And then he comes back a few minutes later after storming off. And then he comes down, says something he said to Book.
Which is our brother.
Yeah. And then he started screaming again, and then he was like, you know, I already know Summer's dead bodies. I know Summer's dead somewhere in a ditch, you know. I know Candace did it. I know Dawn did it, you know, whatever. And, he was just screaming about that. And then, and then he was like, after that, it was like, I'm so tired of, he mispronounced Equasearch, and he said Aqua Search. He screamed, I'm so tired of Aqua Search, you know, holding me back to all these police officers and stuff, and he was on about that. And he was screaming it. And, yeah. And then he went back onto the Summers dead body thing. In worse detail. And then,
I was asking him to stop. You were asking him to stop. Boogie was.
Boogie wasn't. He was outside the cabin.
And then he joined into the chorus. You stood up trying to leave. Just leave. Get out. Stop. More crying.
Yeah. And then I slammed the door on him to the cabin. And then he stormed off. And then I guess Book told him to shut up or something outside, and then he left to go be a reckless hazard on the road. Well, thank you so much for being strong and brave and telling us that. I really appreciate you. And there's a lot of love for you in chat right now, and everybody's telling your mom to give you a big hug. So, thank you.
That's their hard line. Oh, bless. Okay.
Well, you've heard me on my chats before, you know, if I have a troll or whatever, I just tell them to fuck off, you know.
Every time that happens, I have to refresh. I have no idea why it does that. It's an older phone. I'm looking at chat with my other phone, and I'm on Restream with my older phone. It's a thing. I just have to refresh. So whenever that happens, just hang tight, bear with me. So we sped right past that. I didn't want to interrupt you or cut you off, but you said he tormented your daughter in gruesome detail about Summer's dead body. What the hell? What?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, how would, what, can you expand on that?
Well, here. Do you want to explain? Do you want to go on? Or would it bother you? She's got headphones in, so she can't hear me.
Because, I mean, I don't want to, you know, unless he's comfortable with something. Would you like to explain Voldemort and what he did with the lad, you know, like when he was screaming at you about Summer? Okay.
She doesn't have to.
But please don't, like, if she seems like she's getting uncomfortable and she's pretty, like, shy and soft-spoken and, you know, she's not real, she's pretty introverted, so if she seems uncomfortable or something.
Well, I don't want her to do anything that is uncomfortable for her. Just make sure.
Okay. Alright, what was it he was doing?
That day.
Do not say his name or not anything like that.
That day he was, whatever, doing his usual roundabout, screaming at people. But that day, I went down to the cabin. I sat outside the cabin while he was, you know, on his escapade about, whatever it was. Then I got into the cabin after he screamed at me about being near the cabin. And then he comes back a few minutes later after storming off. And then he comes down, says something he said to Book.
Which is her brother.
Yeah. And then he started screaming again, and then he was like, you know, I already know Summer's dead bodies. I know Summer's dead somewhere in a ditch, you know. I know Candace did it. I know Dawn did it, you know, whatever. And, he was just screaming about that. And then... And then he was like, after that, it was like, I'm so tired of... He mispronounced Equasearch. And he said Aqua Search. He screamed, I'm so tired of Aqua Search. You know, holding me back to all these police officers and stuff. And he was on about that. And he was screaming it. And, yeah. And then he went back onto the Summers dead body thing. In worse detail. And then,
I was asking him to stop. You were asking him to stop. Boogie was.
It wasn't him. He was outside the cabin.
Yeah, and then he joined into the chorus. You stood up trying to leave. Just leave. Get out. Stop. No more crying.
Yeah. And then I slammed the door on him to the cabin. And then he stormed off. And then I guess Book told him to shut up or something outside. And then he left to go be a reckless hazard on the road.
Well, thank you so much for being strong and brave and telling us that. I really appreciate you. And there's a lot of love for you in chat right now. And everybody's telling your mom to give you a big hug. So, thank you.
That's their hard line. Oh, bless. Okay.
Well, you've heard me on my chats before, you know, if I have a troll or whatever, I just tell them to fuck off, you know.
Every time that happens, I have to refresh. I have no idea why it does that. It's an older phone. I'm looking at chat with my other phone, and I'm on Restream with my older phone. It's a thing. I just have to refresh. So whenever that happens, just hang tight, bear with me. So we sped right past that. I didn't want to interrupt you or cut you off, but you said he tormented your daughter in gruesome detail about Summer's dead body. What the hell? What?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, how would... What? Can you expand on that?
Well, here. Do you want to explain?
He's watching. He says right here. I said, come on up, bro. He said, don't want in the dumb shit. Why? And I said, I'll pay you for the interview. I retract that statement now, Andy. I will not pay you, sir. I will not. I cannot pay you.
I heard that, Jason, and all
And to my financier that was going to pay for that, If he wants to let this woman get all like 26 years worth of her doing this shit to you,
and didn't produce.
I don't know nothing about no dogs, Andy. I don't know what they're talking about in there. I can't even see the chat. Andy, I promise you, sir, I'm looking at a screen with Ernie Shell's face. That's all I can see. I cannot see the chat. And if you look here, I'm texting with you. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Hey.
That's a hell of a fucking delay.
It is, ain't it? You there?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get away from the feedback.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
So, I mean, what? They said you murdered a dog on purpose. That's what they're talking about, Andy. The other day, my mother and her dogs got attacked by a pit bull, and I stabbed it to death. So that's what they're talking about, the dogs. I don't know what else, anything else is, whatever. But yeah, I was on a whole another screen where I couldn't even see it. So, but no, I 26 years, man, and this woman is just, she just won't stop, man. Like what is her deal, man? Seriously.
I have no clue.
Like, it's out of hand now. Like, she's got people threatening me and calling me now. Like, hey, Andy, you know that same guy you were talking about the other day?
The Daryl dude?
Yes. Bro, stalker called me today and told me that he was going to rape my mom and take her back to Tennessee with him, bro.
Really, I can cash out that $1,400.
Yeah, see, that's the shit that I don't want in the middle of. That's why I don't want to do no interview. That's why I don't want to be on YouTube running my mouth.
I don't think yours would be running your mouth, Andy. It wouldn't be you running your mouth. Oh, shit. Hold on.
Yeah, she called now, right?
Let me take this real quick. I'll call you right back. Right back. Candace. Hold on, y'all. Man, it's a lot of shit popping right now. Hold on.
It goes to $400, $500, but I'm gonna stake it.
She just called me. See? Candace Wells. Hey. Hello. Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing, beautiful?
All right, hold on, you guys. All right, Jason.
I'm doing okay.
You working on the house?
I'm trying every bit of it.
I see the corners right here. They look good. Nice and tight corners. You with Donnie?
Hey, love your courage, brother.
Do what?
Of course I am.
Love you guys.
Of course I am. That's my husband.
Yeah, man. Damn good man too, ain't he?
Moon. There's something Moon.
Yeah.
He is a good damn man.
Yep.
Damn right.
Safe Moon.
You've been looking for summer all day today. You tired?
Yep, we sure have. Yeah, I'm tired.
You guys went up and down them mountains?
That thing last night. A lot of people.
Go up and down the mountain.
We go around the backside.
It's wrong. It's
They drove around the backside of the mountains. So him and Chris went back around the side and searched all over.
Are they going to stay another day?
Right now is only a three-digit coin.
I don't know.
So you can get it right now, man. You can get like 2 million right now. Everybody gets on this because it's up so much.
When I play the audio through the mic with my phone, can you hear it okay?
Oh, man. Damn.
Can hear,
I'm really sorry, guys.
Hey, I wanted to say something to Andy.
Please do. Andy's watching.
If he'll talk to me.
Andy's watching right now.
I just want him to talk to me and Donnie and tell his side of the story for real.
Please, Voldemort, we're begging you.
Jody Sue is a crazy nutcase.
She is absolutely a crazy nutcase. Yes. Please, Voldemort, this family is begging you, sir. Andy, they're begging you, please talk to them. Please, sir. Hey, guys, I just had him on the phone. I hung up with him to take the call from you.
Well, I hope he calls back in.
Okay. Is it okay? Is it okay if I tell him to call you on your number?
All right, Jason, I'm calling you back.
Of course.
Okay. I'll send Don's number, okay? I don't want to send your number necessarily, but I'll send Don's number over and I'll just say, okay.
I'm recording this. So
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that right now, matter of fact.
I'm going to start my channel. I've been working on
Okay.
that.
And you know what? I think that prayers for everybody. Let me tell you, Candace, me and him have been talking, and I think that he's getting tired of it. He knew he was going to be on live tonight, so on and so forth. So I think he's really getting tired of everything she's doing.
Hold on. Hold on.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. I will make that call happen, beautiful.
But I would really like to talk to him.
Gotcha.
What happened?
Gotcha. All right, well, I will talk to you soon, love. I'll call you when I get off of here.
All right.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hold on a second. I don't think he's a troll. Hold on, here he is.
So,
Okay.
there was Candace.
I pressed one.
I killed it to save my mom.
What is going on?
Yeah, it wasn't even like a